Hi, this is Julie Miller with the second of a 5-part short video series on the new Infinite Campus Teacher Messenger tool. This particular clip addresses the Grades Messenger tool. So I'm logged in as a teacher, and I will click Instruction, Messenger, and there's the Grades Messenger. Now it's important to note that you don't confuse this messenger tool here under Instruction with another messenger folder down below. We'll get into that much later on in the video series. But for today, when it comes to sending a message, you want to use the messenger tool under Instruction. So I've clicked Grades Messenger, and let's take a look at the purpose of this tool. Often we want to alert our families that a student is earning a particular grade in class, and simply just giving them a heads up that, hey, your child's earning an F, or hey, I've got good news, your child is earning an A. Either way, you're giving them an alert, and the alert gives them a link to the portal where they can go for further information about that alert. So that's what the Grades Messenger tool does. So here's how it works. I'm going to, let's scooch this over here. All right, I'm the user. I'll leave it set at user. The template feature is used if you have a certain message that you like to send over and over and over again. You can save all of your settings on this screen as a template. That way you don't have to keep retyping the same message over and over every time you send an alert. So I'm going to skip a template for right now just to show you how it works. Alright, I'm going to send an alert for the in-progress grades that the students are earning. I'm going to select the term, so it'll either be a quarter grade or a GP grade, depending upon where you teach. And over here, using my control key, I can select the grades that I want to send the alert for. So in this case, maybe I'll choose A and B grades to send a positive grade message. If I don't want to do that and would wish to send D's and F's, I can hold down Control and select D's and F's. So you pick which grades you want to send the alert for. I think I'll do a positive grade alert this time. Alright, so I'll click quarter grade or GP grade, whatever the task is that you're sending it for. And over here on the students list, I can hold down Control and just choose certain students, or I can hit Control A and select the whole list. But now keep in mind, Alexander here, he was in red, so that means he had dropped the class. If I wish, I can hold down Control and deselect him. Alright, so the way that this works here is all of these students are eligible to receive the alert as long as they meet the criteria that you set over here. So if any of these particular selected students have anything other than an A or a B, they won't get the message. This is just who's eligible as long as they meet the criteria here on the left. Alright, the duplicate message tool is something that you probably won't use very often. What its purpose is that it will keep sending messages to the families as long as the student meets the criteria above. So for example, it would keep sending them, your student is a failing grade, your student has a failing grade, until the student's grade was no longer failing. Now, many families don't appreciate being hit with multiple messages, all the time, so that's why the default setting is off. So I'm going to leave it off, but if you checked it, that's what would happen. Alright, the delivery devices, you can choose to have the alert sent to their portal inbox, their Infinite Campus parent portal, or to the email address we have on record for them inside Infinite Campus. If you only want to send it to email, you can do that, or if you only want to send it to the portal, you can do that. So I'm going to leave it set to both, just to cover all bases. The sender's email will always stay at no reply, but don't worry, the parent will know that the email or message came from you because your name as the teacher will always be appended to the subject line. So in this case, if I have positive grade alert for English class, I know that I don't have to put my name here because it will automatically add in the subject line. Alright, here's the message itself. notice that it will pull the students' first names as a field, so you don't have to type the students' names in. It will automatically populate the message with your course name, in this case it's English class, and it will automatically provide the link to the parent portal. So since I'm sending a positive grade message here, I'm going to change the wording and say positive. And then if I want to add something, I can down at the bottom. If questions, please call at 262-363-6200, extension 12345, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so I can make the message whatever I want. If I'm pretty pleased that I've got the criteria set up above, I've got the destination set, I've got the message set, now it comes time to actually send the alert. This is the most critical piece of the tool. If you want to add an attachment, you may. It can only take one attachment, but keep in mind whatever you choose here will be sent to all of the recipients. So you don't want to put, say, a progress report for Johnny here, because that would mean every family would get progress reports for Johnny. But it might be something like a class syllabus, class rules, anything you like that is applicable to all of the recipients. You can set the delivery date. You can set the time. Now, a really good tip here that I recommend for everybody in the district is leave yourself a cushion of time between now and when it actually sends. So I'll change this to 11:51. So that gives me 30 minutes between the time that I click send to if I all of a sudden think of something that I forgot to add, or if I change my mind, I have a little bit of time to notify the tech staff, hey, stop the message, etc. It's basically a cushion because we are human beings and we often change our minds. So I've given myself a 30-minute cushion here. And now, here we go. It is highly, highly, highly recommended that you do not send this message until you test it first. So click test, fill in your own email address, because this is going to give you a chance to see what the message looks like from the parent's point of view. All right, I'm going to send that to myself. Click send. And now, whoops, there we go. The message was sent successfully. I'm going to go to my group-wise email address, log in, and we'll see what it looks like. Because whatever you see here, there it is. There's the positive grade alert for English class. Whatever you see here is what your parents are going to see. So I can confirm that it has the appropriate subject line. There's the teacher name automatically added at the end of the subject line. I have the changes to the wording here. There's the link to the portal. Everything's looking good. Now that I've actually seen what the parents are going to see, I can go back to Infinite Campus, and then you can click preview and send. So this will give you a quick chance to see who's getting this message. If you want, you could click send right now, or alternatively click review recipients, and you could make any last little changes if you didn't want a certain person to receive the message. For example, if I all of a sudden change my mind and I did not want the Alvarez family to get the message right now, I could deselect them. So make whatever changes you like here, and then if you click send, it would go out to those families. So I'm not going to do that right now because I don't want them to get a test message just for training purposes, so I'll cancel out. But that is an overview of the Infinite Campus Grades Messenger Alert. Remember that the alert that they get will not include the grade. It will simply give them an alert and give them a link to the portal so that they can investigate further. If you wanted to save this as a template because you like the way you crafted this message and you don't want to have to remember it, you can go up here to do a new template, click save, and we'll call this positive grade alert. And I can click OK. So now going forward, if this was a brand new day and I was sending a new message, let's go back here, I can click instruction, messenger, grades messenger, and my template is located here. Alright, so that's an overview. On to Chapter 3, which will cover the Missing Assignments Messenger tool.